Hello friends, welcome to Thursday Sketching Academy study. As I promised you, each Thursday we make a new issue about the sketching tricks. Today we will talk about how to build your palette for sketching. What does it mean build your palette? I mean how to choose the right colors and make the limitation choose of the colors. Because you couldn't keep with you always big bag with all the tubes of your paint. It doesn't make sense. So we need a small palette. For now I'm traveling with that. You know my palette. It's Eco palette. I made it myself and it's available on my website. So we have 9 colors here. But I create that palette because this guy I can use for my sketchbook for the plein air painting as well. So it's a pretty big stuff. And 9 colors, honestly, it's too much for sketching, because before I use that. This is a palette, very small, and here just 6 colors. And believe me, that 6 colors is enough. So I want to tell you how I create that set. First of all, what color we need? For sure you can tell me what we can use just a primary colors and mix all the colors together to create the painting. Yes, it's possible. I saw the artists who doing that and they spent a lot of time to preparing your mix always. And you know what? Anyway, the painting look very close to the traffic light. So how to avoid this? First of all, let's change the primary colors a little bit. What I have in my minimum set, that's the blue color, cobalt, and I called cobalt primary color because there is no way to mix it. You can mix kind of Prussian blue, you can mix ultramarine, for instance, just add a little bit red color inside the cobalt, but mix the cobalt is impossible. And this is the pure violet. I couldn't say what that's the primary red. It's something different, but I like that. It's specific color. It's my test, my feeling of the red color. And it's great for any kind of mixing. Compared to the primary red, in the end, you always have a complicated mix, interesting mix. And this one, that's the indigo. We missed the yellow color. That's right. That's the yellow color. Quinacridone deep gold. It's not exactly the primary yellow color. It's not bright like, for instance, the Indian yellow color, but again, it's rich, nice, and great for mixing. We have to add one green, this one. That's the phthalo green blue shade. And the Queen Sienna. Why Queen Sienna? Because the sienna color, it's great color for any kind of mixing. I almost never use it itself. For instance, to create the brown color, just mix Queen Sienna and indigo, and you will have a brilliant, transparent brown color. If you want to make the nice green trees, just take that guy and mix it with the Queen Deep Gold. Look at that. That's a nice green color for the trees, for the grass. If you want to have a grass in the shade, add a little bit indigo and you will have that. Perfect. Brown color, as I say, it's that guy, Queen Sienna and indigo. Here is it. By the way, all the pigments what I'm talking about is the Daniel Smith. If you use a different brand, result will be a little bit different. I know my pigments, I like my pigments. That's why I'm sure what I will have. For instance, if you take the indigo from the different brand, your indigo will be a little bit more bluish and the mix will be greenish if you mix it with a warm color. So that's why Daniel Smith created for me that set. This is the 6 colors. Exactly that, guys. Everything what you need for travel. And we have a more bigger set. It's a 10 colors. That's what I'm using in my palette, travel palette. So you can choose between this and that. You prefer the minimum set for the sketchbook, or you want to be flexible to make the plein air sketching as well. So plus, look at the combination between this indigo and purine violet. Together it gives you a very nice purple mix, soft, just perfect for shadows. Purine violet with a sienna, very rich colors, soft brownish orange color for the fall trees and sunset. Everything works with that. And cobalt you can use for any kind of colors here to make it colder. So by this way we can set the minimum colors for our traveling for sketching. And to show how it works, just look at these sketches. All of them made just by these 6 guys. If you want to know more, I invite you to my website sketchingacademy.online. We have a special lesson there about the colors. Welcome and thank you for your time. See you next Thursday. Bye bye and stay healthy.